Hey everybody, so we've got some more restricted free agent signings to talk about, couple more over the last couple of days, and these are not bridge deals. We've finally gotten some long-term contracts out of this. These are both pretty big contracts. First, Miles Wood in New Jersey has signed, and second, Shea Theodore in Vegas has signed. So, here's the deals that we're looking at. Miles Wood in New Jersey signed a 4-year deal worth $2.75 million per season, and Shea Theodore in Vegas signed a 7-year deal worth $5.2 million in Vegas. So, obviously, these are not 2-year bridge deals. These are long-term. These are, big-time contracts here. So, Miles Wood is 23 years old, and he is a really good young player that I think has a lot of potential. I love the kid. I saw him play at Boston College for his time there. Now he's in New Jersey. I've loved him since he's come to the NHL. He's a physical guy. He's a great skater. He's not afraid to drop the gloves. But I didn't realize how good he was already offensively. He had 19 goals last year. I did not realize that. I thought he was more of the third or fourth line banger type, and then maybe the offense would come down the road. He almost scored 20 goals last year, and now we're looking at there's no reason he can't be a consistent 20-goal scorer in the NHL. Well, when you look at that, that makes this contract even better. This is unbelievable. New Jersey now has a guy locked up for the next 4 years in his mid-20s who has a chance to be a 20-goal scorer every single year and maybe could get to 25 at some point for less than $3 million per season. On top of that, he's a great, physical player. He fights. He adds that whole other dimension to the game. So it's not like he doesn't just contribute with goals, he contributes physically and in other ways as well. So this is an A-plus contract for the New Jersey Devils. Just a young player that I really, really like a lot, and someone who has really, between his first year in the league and his second year in the league last year, made a huge, improvement in his game, and really, offensively his numbers skyrocketed, and if they continue to improve as he comes into his prime here, this is just an unbelievable contract for the Devils to get him locked up at under $3 million per year. So A-plus job by Devils management there in getting this kid locked up and getting this type of deal done. In Vegas, Shea Theodore, 7 years and $5.2 million per season. He's also 23. This is another great deal. Shea Theodore, I think, has the chance to become one of the better offensive defensemen in the league. Now, he's certainly not up there with Erik Karlsson or Brent Burns or John Klingberg as far as offensive defensemen go, but I do think he's in that next tier down. He reminds me a lot of Torrey Krug. That's my comparable, I guess. Shea Theodore and Torrey Krug, I think, are pretty close in as far as the way that they play, the points that they can produce. And Theodore's only 23. I think he's going to keep on getting better, and he's going to be a really, really good, important defenseman for Vegas over the next few years. And to get him right around $5 million is absolutely a fine number. He's certainly not up there where he's deserving of $7-8 million per year. He's the next tier down from that, and that's where he is money wise, $5.2 million. Pretty close to being around near Noah Hannafin a little bit. Theodore, I think at this point, Theodore is probably even a little better than Hannafin. He's got more NHL experience. He's got playoff experience. And he produces more offensively. That's not saying Hannafin. I mean, Hannafin's still only a kid. He can still get a lot better. But I really like that deal, and I really like Shea Theodore. I think he's a lot like Torrey Krug, and someone who is kind of underrated defensively, but is definitely known for their offensive output. They can play the power play. They're a great passer. Strong shot from the point. Really, really good skater. This day and age in the NHL, you have to have at least a couple of defensemen in your lineup with the offensive ability of someone like Shea Theodore, and Vegas has that now with him locked in. They also have Colin Miller locked in on a long-term deal, so there's Vegas's offensive output from their back end right there. Now anything else they can add to that is just extra. So this is a great deal for Vegas, and Shea Theodore, I think, is going to become a more and more household name as over the next couple of years as he progresses, and I think he has a very, very bright future ahead of him in Vegas. So both these deals I think are absolutely fantastic. Definitely guys that both teams needed to get locked up, and important guys on their teams now and in the future, and I think that's why they got long-term deals. And the cap number on both of deals is absolutely fine. So these two signed now, that leaves 2 restricted free agents left unsigned: William Nylander in Toronto and Nick Ritchie in Anaheim. No word on how that's going, or if we're close to any deals on either front there. But 2 more restricted free agents off the block signed. This time not bridge deals, long-term deals. So let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. Check out offthewallhockey.com. All those links are down in the description. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon.